I'm sharing now. We are going to learn the integrated approach to yoga therapy. Okay. So we have the energy model from the pranic perspective. Okay. That means from the prana perspective. So we have a fixed reverse of life energy for this lifetime. We can think it in a manner like we have a bank account. Okay. Saving account. And that is enough for sustaining the whole life. Okay. And everything, every day, like some amount will be released for you to work, for you to sustain. Okay. So similarly, this life energy, every day a little portion is released for our thinking, emotions, senses, intellectual work, everything that is we are going to do, which needs energy. Okay. So the more we spend, we are habitual to spend which amount, only that amount is going to released. So suppose you are overstimulated or you are overactive, you need more of energy. So more of energy is releasing every day. Okay. So two things can happen. Either that energy can be spent all in a day, or it can, you can leave with some extra energy that is not used in that particular day, right? So that will be accumulate over time. Okay. So we have this formula like energy is total daily energy released is the energy spent plus the energy accumulated, the leftover energy. So if there is EA is 0, that means what you have received, that you have spent, those are equal. Then you feel satisfied. Okay. When there is no leftover energy. But when EA is something and every day it is accumulating, then you don't feel satisfied. That day you feel very bored. You want to have it like release in some way or the other. Okay. So when we have ES less than the E, then that cause boredom, irritation, restlessness. Okay. So our modern lifestyle is higher E releasing every day, and we are not able to release, spend all the energy. So it becomes harder to relax for us. Okay. So we have two ways to manage the energy. First is bhoga, which is indulgence path. We indulge ourselves in so many activities that this energy gets spent. Okay. Like spend more energy through stimulation, creates dependency cycle. Like for our satisfaction or for us to feel valued or, where there is no boredom, we are bliss. So we are dependent on the other things. Like if there is no partying, if there is no, vacation, if there is no something going, in the office or other things, then we cannot live peacefully. Then comes the yogic path where you reduce the total energy that is releasing. Okay. So when this is less, so we can spend it all. So there is restlessness and natural calmness. Yogic path is not only to release the less amount of energy, but release it whenever it is needed. Suppose sometimes you need more energy for that day, you release more of it. Some days you don't want it. So this is the way, yogic way. Okay. So pranayama reduce energy release rate. We can do all. When I'm talking about stimulation, the stimulation is happening in the brain. Okay, because we are involving ourselves. Maybe suppose I'm always seeing some blogs, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and clubbing at night, I'm partying with my friends, I'm going out for brunch. So every day I need those stimulation, otherwise I'm not going to feel good. My brain is involved, engaged in all these activities. But yoga does not do that. What it teaches us pratyahar, means you move your senses inward, right? Teaches us pranayama to make more of this life energy, life force, and release less. Okay, like that. So, Mandukya Upanishad, there is one Vedic scripture that says, stimulate a dull mind, calm a restless mind, and when balanced, do not disturb it. So, suppose somebody's mind is very dull, it is not like who are not yogi, they have only stimulated mind. There could be the dull mind as well, which is not stimulated at a sufficient level. It is not working only. Okay. So, when there is that kind of mind, you stimulate it through breathing processes like the heating ones, vitalizing ones, with asanas. Okay. And when there is a restless mind, you calm it. And when there is balance in both the minds, like when the dull mind becomes stimulated and restless mind become calm, then you do not disturb it. Then you leave it. Okay. And this is the principle of stimulation and relaxation, where relaxation is not enough. Like I gave this example early. Like if you have to clean an overhead tank, okay, so you must have to stimulate that water first and then flush it out. Then that is relaxation. Okay. So controlled stimulation plus conscious relaxation is the therapy. Okay. Did you understand it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's keep this much for today. And yes.
Okay, sounds good.